Peace and blessings, family. Like, share, subscribe. And first of all, rest in power to marvelous Marvin Hagler and, boxing legend from straight out of Newark, New Jersey. Passed away at the age of 86. I just want to read this article from New York Post. There's a lot of been going on regarding how he died or whatever. No one knows yet, but unfortunately something came out. Some rumor came out as to how he died, but let's continue. From the New York Post, marvelous Marvin Hagler didn't die after COVID-19 vaccine, his wife says. And so the article goes, Marvelous Hagler's sudden death over the weekend had nothing to do with COVID-19 vaccine, the wife of the late boxing legend clarified. Kay Hagler slapped down speculation that Hagler, 66, died after receiving the jab. I do not, and not is in capital letters, I do not accept to read some stupid comment, whoo, she's pissed, without knowing what really happened, knowing what happened. She wrote in a post in the Marvin Hagler's fan club page on Facebook. For sure, wasn't the vaccine that caused his death. I guess she speaks with a southern accent or something, whatever. She said, my baby left in peace with his usually smile and now is not the time to talk nonsense. On that same page, Kay revealed that her husband of 21 years, one of the great middleweights in boxing history, passed away unexpectedly at his New Hampshire home. Following the news, an Instagram post by one-time rival turned pal Thomas Hitman Hearns, I added the Hitman, but Thomas Hearns fueled rumors of what caused the Newark, New Jersey born boxer's death. And it reads, a real true warrior prayed for the king and his family. He's in ICU fighting the after effects of the vaccine. He'll be just fine, but we could use the positive energy and prayer for his full recovery. Hearns wrote in a since deleted post. He deleted it. I didn't know the dude deleted it. Come on, bro. But yeah, I guess Hearns is just, I guess he's caught up in that stupid conspiratard shit. But it goes on. The claim went viral on Twitter and Facebook, prompting Hearns to later clarify. Allow us to have our peace. Our love and respect to Marvin and his family. This is not an anti-vaccine campaign, please. Come on, bro. Come on. It's outrageous to have that in mind during the passing of a king, legend, father, husband, and so much more. That post was also deleted. Oh, my God. So somebody really put the pressure on Hitman. But, I mean, come on. This dude, you're into the conspiratard bullshit. All right, just stand by it. So it says Hagler's own website says he died of natural causes near his home in New Hampshire, but does not elaborate. Kay said she's planning something special in memory for her famous hubby. Marvin hated funerals, like anyone likes funerals, and therefore there will be no funerals or church celebrations. He wants to be remembered with a happy smile. But I would be happy if each of you can light a candle for him, she wrote. However, there is something special that I will do because it was his wishes and you will be informed at the right time by me. I just need time. And look, I know she's a grieving wife. Look, there's no funerals now anyway, very few because of COVID. All right, so, but I understand that. But, man, the conspiracy shit with the vaccine. I mean, can black people stop it already? I mean, you're acting like this vaccine was the end all be all of what whites can use to finally take out our race. All right? I mean, obviously you've seen there's been memes about people having an ill effect from the vaccine. You saw people fainting. I mean, I haven't seen any mass deaths from the vaccines myself, but come on, man. I mean, let's just say what it is. You think the white man is gonna kill you? Has made this vaccine just to kill you? There are so many ways that this white hegemonic system has to kill you. You lose count. From what he's done to the ozone layer, to your food, all right? How about the slow death of miseducating you and keeping you dead for generations, centuries, all right? Generations and family generation after generation, keeping you in an absolute slumber. What the church does to you, huh? How about the social engineering? There is so many different ways. The cops beating your ass, huh? The racism on the job that kills your careers. So many ways to kill you. Why would he need to make up? How about forcing you to go into sports, which is gonna bleed you to an early death, like Marvin Hagler. I mean, 66 is not that old nowadays. You see people living till 70, 80, 90. You don't see too many 90-year-old athletes. All right, this man was probably catching, his neck snapping back and catching blows to his face and everything. It's going to take a toll after a while. But, of course, your favorite, Umar Johnson, decided to jump into conspiracy shit. And this just shows you what a phony this dude is. He goes on the radio of this dude out in Detroit. I forget dude's name, but he's a regular that he goes on. He's just one of these guys who kisses Umar's ass every time he gets on air. But Umar starts saying that, yeah, I heard that Marvin Hagler took the vaccine and he had an ill effect from it and he died at 66, Baba, at 66. And then he mentions Cicely Tyson. Nobody said that Cicely Tyson took no goddamn vaccine. But he throws her in the mix. He throws Hank Aaron in the mix. All right? Hank Aaron, even if he took the vaccine, Hank Aaron was in a wheelchair. He's 86 and an ex-athlete. Shit, man. He's an ex-athlete. And shout out to Hank Aaron, by the way. Hank Aaron, who is the home run king. I know Barry hit more. With what he went through, as far as the racism that he dealt with, passing Babe Ruth. But one thing that I love about Hank Aaron, besides his baseball legend and everything, this man never cooned it up in his old age. I remember when Barry Bonds, who is the greatest baseball player that ever played, that is not an opinion. That's just a fact. When Barry Bonds got caught up in the steroid scandal and people were trying to push Hank Aaron to speak out against him, he won't do it. All right? He spoke for what Kaepernick was doing. While everybody, all these other older dudes was cooning, he wasn't. All right? And I love Hank Aaron for that. But yeah, he mentions Hank Aaron. Who else took the vaccine? I mean, him, Hank Aaron. There's a couple of people. Cicely Tyson was pushing 100 years old. God damn. I mean, shit, you sit wrong, you'll be on your deathbed. I mean, give me a break with this. I know she was alert and everything. I understand that, but she was old. All right? Hank Aaron was old. Marvin Hagler, ex-boxer. But this clown uses this and says, yeah, well, Baba, I'm not going to take the vaccine. I mean, first of all, I don't believe that shit. Number two, who cares if you don't take the vaccine? All right? This vaccine ain't the end-all, be-all for black folks. You don't take the vaccine. What's your alternative? That is what I don't understand. What is the alternative? If you don't want to take the vaccine, okay, that's fine. Black people who own nothing. You don't own a clinic. You don't own a clinic. Let's just leave it like that. Forget the hospital or any land. You don't own a clinic. So you don't want to take what the rest of the world is prepping to take as a group of people who are the most vulnerable in this pandemic, what's your alternative? And that clown radio host didn't ask. Okay, so Jermaine, he's Jermaine to me. He ain't no fucking Umar. It's Jermaine. So Jermaine, what's the alternative then? What are we gonna do? What should we do then, since you, who claim to be a clinical doctor, you're not a medical doctor, and he was saying, oh, well, Baba, this was, usually it takes much longer to do to put together a vaccine. My dude, think of the hundreds of thousands of doctors they have on call working on this pandemic, working on this vaccine for a worldwide pandemic. You don't have like one or two people in a lab like trying to cook up shit like you in a fucking crack house. Get your mind out of the dark room in the crack house. You have hundreds of thousands of doctors working worldwide, probably on the internet and in this modern society, working for a vaccine for a worldwide pandemic. It takes years, Baba, in order to get this done. Give me a break with this. This is the guy you're going to listen to? Constantly throwing out misinformation like this. So, these conspiratards, thankfully, Marvin Hagler's wife came out and said, yeah, you know what? There wasn't no COVID anything. Wasn't from no vaccine or nothing like that. And again, if you don't want to take the vaccine, you think that they're out to kill you, okay, then look, take the shot from a cop, shooting you while you're sitting in your ride. Or through the edge, or all the other things that I've just named. But thankfully this woman just mashed up this all the conspiratard nonsense, man. Man, just piece of Marvin Hagler. I mean, get the chance. I'm sure that he had one of his greatest fights. Him, Marvin Hagler versus Sugar Ray Leonard. It's got to be on YouTube somewhere. Just catch it if you can. I'll leave a link if I find it. But yeah, man, stop listening to these conspiratard clowns. Next time they say, okay, well, listen, that's fine. So, so what do you think what's the alternative? What should I do? All right, what should I drink lemon tea like every 10 seconds like I've been doing for last year? Drinking lemon tea and thinking, I mean, I haven't caught COVID or nothing like that, but there are people dying from this shit. Stop listening to dumb motherfuckers, man, and the conspiracy shit. And, yeah, man, just rest in power to Marvin Hagler. Shout out to his wife and, anyone else to clear that up. And peace, y'all, and big up on yourself. I'm going.